he doesn't land on me.
Whenever I came into this production, I knew that the fight scenes were going to have to be really important. You know, when it comes to stunts, I'm a very physical person with flips, and I was trained to gymnastics and parkour for a little bit. So I knew I wanted to incorporate the flips and acrobaticness of Spider-Man into this like brutal kind of grounded boxing kind of street level fist fight kind of atmosphere that we could bring to it, because Spider-Man in this series is not as overpowered as he has been. He has superpowers, but they're not as, his super strength is not as much as we see in normal iterations. He's like a little bit stronger than the average man. It's not going to be like a, oh, one punch and you're done. Like, he's got to fight. If they're skilled, he's still got to fight for it. So that's what I came into. I really wanted to ground the fighting and make Spider-Man have that level of acrobaticness and also that hand-to-hand combat with people. So it was really getting a group of people that I knew could learn to throw a punch correctly and react correctly. I didn't need these professional people that knew how to do all this stuff. I just knew that if they could get the rhythm down and they could act like they're getting straight knocked around by Spider-Man, then they were good enough to me. And I'd say I assembled a pretty great team.
Well, it was, I mean, it goes without saying, it was far from a professional, stunt crew.
I don't know how Tate got all these people, but whenever like they went for the scene, they were good actors at doing whatever like they needed to show what with like a person getting hit or getting hurt without getting hurt, and I thought it was very professional, honestly.
I sit down and I look at the stunts and the fight scenes now back all, in the timeline of footage, and I'm like, man, it wasn't looking like that in my head as I was filming it.
But working with a good set of guys that know what they're doing, that can work to your strengths and not to your weaknesses, it actually makes a really good scene.
It was all about safety in my mind for other people except me. How can we do these fight scenes in the most brutal way possible, but also make it the safest for people on set? So if we needed to put down an extra pad, if I needed to lay down extra clothing or something, just to make sure that somebody's falling safely, that is what we did.
Well, when I first seen the script, I was looking at it and I was like, man, there's a lot of work in here, and Tate really took care of it too. Making sure it was safe, making sure that I'm not gonna hurt him. Unfortunately, I gave him a concussion at one point in life, but we're not gonna talk about that one.
Oh, whoa.
He did everything he could to make sure that everybody was safe, no matter who was fighting and what was going on.
When it came to me, though, if we're getting the shot, we're getting the shot. If I have one small clump of padding, I better land on it because the shot needs me to.
Honestly, a lot of the stunts were done pretty safely, honestly, from my opinion. There was some stuff where I was just like, whoa, this is... Like, when Tate told me the idea of what he was going to do, a lot of times I would be like, whoa, is this even safe?
But anytime Tate had to kind of jump off a high building or a high platform, as the working cinematographer on some of those days, I kind of felt this like added bout of pressure where it was like, oh my gosh, if I don't get it right, he's gonna have to go back up there and then jump off again. So then it was like, like if he breaks his neck or something, it might be on me because I didn't get the shot the first time.
But I remember when we had these boxes set up and Tate had to do a jump off of this ledge up here, and it was just seeing that, and we were just like, okay, what's he doing? And then all of a sudden we just seen him jump off of that concrete and land on those boxes, and they just pow, just crunch, and I'm like, oh my god, I hope he's all right. But then he got up, and I was just like, wow, I couldn't have done that. So it just blew my mind. I was like, man. And then seeing Tate do his backflips is just like, wow, in my dreams.
Getting thrown through a table by Brandon Braxton has always been a great memory of mine. It was just, it was a shot that I'd planned for a while, and then seeing it come into exactly how I wanted it to, that was good to see. That was great to see. And yeah, it was a lot of fun to do the stunts because that interests me for career-wise. So it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the stunts.
I mean, Tate and the twins and Mason Eslenbaum and all those other people. I mean, they know what they're doing. They did really good. Even the people who at first, were just starting out with stunts like that. I mean, they jumped right in and they gave it their all. So I mean, I was really happy about that. I was really proud of that.